pleased to introduce Regini. Regini, would you tell us how did you find us?
Absolutely. Thank you, Andreas, for this opportunity, and of course for taking the project on of our bathroom, which was a project very close to our heart. So it's been an amazing opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. And how did you go into contact with us, Regini, the first time?
So we had been looking for getting our bathrooms renovated, and we done a lot of research online. And the way we found you was through mybuilder.com, the website.
All right, thank you. And how did you find our communication, especially at the estimation stage? Do you think we provided enough information on your future bathroom project, and did we come in prepared? Did we captured all the information that you might need to support your research or find the right things that suit your bathroom?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, this was something that we were waiting to do for a very long time, and we were doing our research online as well. And while we've had many experiences with many builders, I think this was the one experience that was very easy, very calming.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you were very clear about what our estimates were in terms of cost. And you came in and you met with us. You understood what we wanted from the project, and you did all the measurements to kind of understand a proper quote that you would then give us. So it seemed very genuine, and that was I think the first step in our trust building together. So we have really appreciated that.
Thank you. And Regini, after you went ahead with our quote and we started the project, since day one, how do you think we managed the project? Did we protected your flat in the right manner? Do you think I managed the materials well? Do you think I handled the rubbish recycling aspect well? Or do you think we provided the right specialist to work on your project?
Absolutely. I wish we'd taken pictures actually. I wish now to show them to you, because we have just got our flooring done of our flat. It's a new flat for us. We're new owners, and we just redone all the flooring, and we were very worried that by getting the bathrooms done, the flooring would get spoiled. But we were very pleased when when Ivan and yourself came in, and you had protected literally every part of the flooring that may be walked upon and may be damaged, and it was very well done. There was no damage now that we see after the project is over, and there was no rubbish that was left here or there, whether it was inside our apartment or whether it was outside our apartment, because we live in a community and we have very strict guidelines. So that was all very well done. All the materials that you mentioned that you would get were got in time. There was not anything we needed to follow up on. In fact, there were times when you would tell us that you need XYZ. So it was all very easy.
Thank you. Thank you. And do you think we met your expectations? Because as you mentioned, you was doing quite a lot of research before you start doing the bathroom project, and obviously you had some sort of expectations for it. Do you think we managed to meet it?
Absolutely. I mean, while we were researching and while we were comparing a lot of different builders and contractors across various criteria, so whether that was price, whether that was materials, whether that was anything else, we did see that there was a slight difference in terms of price, and I highlight slight, and that might have been a reason to maybe go with a cheaper option, but I'm glad in retrospect that we didn't, because I think paying £1,000 above what maybe a cheaper builder's offer has really been definitely something that I am glad that we pay that extra £1,000, which is neither here nor there, but it is the turning factor in your experience. And yeah, that's been my feedback.
Yeah, so you have the peace of mind that everything is intact and safe. The whole investment for the project, it's safe, even though it costs you additional £1,000, but you are safe. And as you mentioned, the aspect of other builders, how would you compare us to other builders? Obviously, you probably have done some work in the past, and you have met other trades. How would you compare them to us? Even though, as you mentioned, we are more expensive than others, but how would you compare?
That's a very good question. In fact, I think because when you're getting your bathrooms done, when you're getting your kitchens done. Of course, while we interact with you a lot, we do also interact on a daily basis with the builder from your end who's coming. And I must say, Ivan was the one person who was there from start to finish, and my experience was with him was extraordinary because he told us, as did you, that he would be in at 8 a.m. every day, every weekday, and he'd be out by 4 p.m. or whatever time. And I mean, before our alarms would go off at 8 a.m., the doorbell would ring, and there, there was Ivan. So, sometimes he'd come even just a few minutes before 8 a.m. So he was like the alarm clock that we didn't need at 8 a.m. So, I mean, he was punctual beyond belief every single day of the entire 2 week project, which I mean, that's more than I can say for myself when I go to work. So that's one. And two, what I personally really appreciated is, he was completely quiet. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell when he's working in the bathroom. He was so professional. He never asked for anything, even like a glass of water. I mean, we would go and ask him, but maybe in the 2 week period he asked for like 2 glasses of water. So it was such a huge relief for the homeowners who are getting a big thing done, like a bathroom renovated or a kitchen renovated. And he was really good. He was really good to have.
Thank you. So you think this would come as a comparison to other builders that we are punctual and
Yes.
keeping quiet, or would there be anything else?
So the reason why I brought that up is because of our experience with other builders who would come in. There wouldn't be one person in the project for the whole duration. So there would be different people coming in and going out, taking their shoes into the property, spoiling the property, leaving dirt here and there, being really loud and talking to each other. And in a situation where we're all working from home, my husband and I would get really disturbed when we're on conference calls. They would be very, very loud. They would bring McDonald's in and leave all of their trash for us to clean up. They would have the radio on really loud, and despite suggestions and requests to kind of turn it down, they wouldn't. They would need constant, have you done this? Have you done that? You were supposed to complete this. Are you coming tomorrow? So there was none of that with Ivan that was required. He knew what he needed to do, and if he needed any support or guidance, or needed to share anything of concern, he'd do that with us. And when needed, you would come. So I mean, there's a world of a difference between the experience that we've had with our earlier builders and Ivan and yourself. So
I'm pleased that you guys made a note of it, and you like the way we operate.
absolutely.
That one person comes in the morning and finishes at around 4, and I do my job of supervising the project and facilitating to whatever he needs. And I'm glad that it works well with your current conditions. I mean, working from home and sort of trying and concentrating on your work while some more work in your house being done. Done. I mean, tiles coming off and maybe some timber being cut and quite noisy stuff. But again, that works well with your sort of everyday work. So I'm pleased that we achieved that.
Absolutely, it was a dream. There was no headache involved for us.
Thank you. And would you consider having us again? And would you recommend us to someone else, like your friends or family members?
That's a very good question, and actually we have. We've recommended you to our neighbors downstairs who are looking at redoing their kitchen. Well, the question about whether we would want to have you guys again, if we had another bathroom, which we don't, we would definitely like to have you again. But when it comes to recommendation, I can't recommend you enough. If I had another bathroom or another kitchen which I needed to be done, you would be the first person that we call.
Thank you.
So the experience has been absolutely fantastic. We could sleep well at night, and we had a great experience with you. Thank you.
I'm very pleased that you have this experience from us, and thank you very much for sharing it with us. Thank you.
My pleasure.